Hello, everyone. Hello. I have been slacking off on going live, and so I thought I would come on here and chat with you guys. So, hey, Mijin. Hey, how are you guys? It's good to see you on here. So I'm just going to be here just for a few minutes to say hello. One thing that is really hard for me, as a therapist, life coach, pastor, I get to see people at their worst. I get to see people in their lowest moments. And so when I watch social media and see people in their greatest moments, moments of success, moments where they have the greatest lighting, and moments where their makeup is on point and on fleek. How do people still say that? You know what I mean. Moments where everything is going great for me. It just feels incongruent for me. It just feels like there's a disconnect for me. Because I know human nature. I know that we don't always have high moments. Hey, Corey. Hey, nephew. Thanks for dropping by. So I know that people are not always on their highs every single day. I know that because I see it every single day in my private practice. And so when I see people always on high, I can always call bluff and I can always call BS because I know life isn't always success. There are moments of failures. There are moments of not feeling good. There are moments of sadness, moments of depression, moments of just, of just not doing well. We're not always great, like our president always says, make America great again. We're not always exceptional people, that's not what life is about. And so I think it's a false message that we send out there. Especially I tell many of my clients to be careful in how they assess social media or get on social media, because social media can have you lose your mind because it can make you believe that everything is okay, that there's only exceptional people are allowed and only people who are winning are allowed. Only life is just, linear and it's just one dimensional and there aren't complex issues. The reality is life can suck sometimes. The reality is there's losses. The reality is sometimes we fail. We're not always victorious. We're not always winners. We are sometimes losers. We're not always strong. We are sometimes weak. We're not always on the up and up. We are sometimes on the down and down. And I just want to normalize that for us. In the past couple of days, I just haven't been feeling good. I just haven't been feeling good. Sometimes we just don't feel good. And sometimes there's no reason for not feeling good, as if in this season we have lots of reasons to not feel good, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic, which our president doesn't take seriously, and it's just a joke. The whole political circus is just that. It's a circus. And then, there's racial violence everywhere we turn, and then sexism, and then, the church isn't being prophetic. And so, yeah, we have lots of reasons to not feel good, but there are some days we don't have any reasons to not feel good. It just is. It's just human nature. It's just life. And then sometimes when someone tells you they're not feeling good, sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, you're not feeling good. You're suicidal. You're this, you're that. Come on now. Let's normalize just not feeling good. We don't feel like it. We don't feel like hanging out. We just want to be. We don't feel good. We feel anxious and And it's not to say that we're going to stay there forever. It just means that some days I just don't feel like it. Some days are rough, right? So I want to normalize that for you guys, that what you see on social media isn't always the truth. The lighting isn't always perfect for you to get a perfect picture. You don't always get the job. You don't always win. There are lots of losses. There are lots of things to lament about, to cry about. And that's not always, life is not always peachy. Yeah, it sounds sad, but we need to make room for lament, guys. The wholeness, the fullness of the church is about lament as well. Our faith, the Christian faith, there's so much lament in that. And when we adopt a theology of exceptionalism, it's hard for us to embrace failures and embrace lament and just not feel good. So I want to normalize not feeling good, not winning all the time, failing at times. And I also want to normalize that, sometimes, not feeling good is what draws us to God, to lament and ask, how long, God, how long are we going to be in this place? How long are we just going to be with these situations and all of that? If we're always exceptional, what's the point for Jesus? Why do we need God? What's the point for community? Why do we need each other? So I just want to debunk this myth of always feeling good, because what I see in counseling every day, what I see in my life every day, what I see in my children, my husband's life, my marriage, is that it isn't always peachy. It isn't always lovely. It isn't always beautiful. But you know what? That's okay. It is okay to not always be peachy, for things to not always be lovely. It is okay. It doesn't mean we're going to stay there, but can we at least acknowledge that these things do happen, that's life. That's a part of the circle of life, the rhythm of life. So there are some rough days. There are some down days. There are some wins. We do win too, but we don't always win. We don't always get the job. We sometimes fail. We sometimes don't get the job, and we have to lament. So my dog just fell. As I'm talking about failures, he just bust his butt down the stairs. That's hilarious. And plus my hair is cute today. I did my hair. Black women just won over the internet on YouTube all over again, because they taught me how to do this all on my own. And I added some gray streaks. You know me, I have to do something funky. But anywho, I just wanted to come on here and encourage you. If you're not feeling well, if you're not feeling good, if you have rough days, if you have rough life, if you have rough kids, rough marriage, it happens. That's part of life. It really does happen. And you have what it takes to deal with the down days. It doesn't have to end you. It doesn't have to end your life. You are capable of figuring out how to recover, how to bounce back, how to restore life when death has taken place. You have it in you, but we have to acknowledge that things are hard. Anywho, how do you deal with rough days? Do you have rough days? Is it just me? Today is so rough. I'm wearing my son's football, one of my son's football shirts. Please don't send me any messages and telling me, oh, what's wrong and this and that. It's just rough. Life is rough. Can life just be rough? And I'm not depressed. Just because people have rough days doesn't mean they're depressed. It just means they're down. What's wrong with that? Let's normalize being down, okay? Anywho, whatever. I'm getting off on a tangent here. Thank y'all for stopping by, and Talk to you later. Drop me some comments. I want to hear, do you have rough days or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. If it's me, okay. Oh, well, I own my rough days. I hope you can own yours as well. Okay, let me get off of here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.